Developing tonight, the city's largest drugstore chain seems to be a favorite with criminals. In the past week, skimmers, which can steal your debit card information.
Your debit card is not just a piece of plastic. It is a direct line to your checking account, your savings, your rent money, your grocery budget, and the emergency fund you spent years building. Criminals know this. And right now, they are running 10 specific operations targeting seniors above everyone else, because they know exactly which techniques produce results and exactly who is most likely to answer the phone. Here are all 10, exactly how each one works and what you need to do so your money stays exactly where it belongs. Let's get into it. Number 10, the charity donation scam. A caller identifies themselves as a representative from a veterans charity, a disaster relief fund, a children's hospital, or a cause you genuinely care about. They thank you for your past support. Sometimes they even have a record of a real donation you made years ago, which they obtained from a purchased mailing list. They ask if you would be willing to make a contribution today, and they make it easy. Just provide your debit card number over the phone. The charity does not exist, or it is a shell operation that keeps nearly all of the money it collects. The funds go directly from your debit card into an account the scammer controls. And unlike a credit card charge, there is no dispute window that guarantees your money back. Legitimate charities do not cold call you and ask for your debit card number over the phone. Real organizations have websites, verifiable tax-exempt status, and will accept donations through their official channels without pressuring you on a live call. Before giving to any organization that contacts you by phone, look it up independently through a charity watchdog like Charity Navigator or the Better Business Bureau's Give.org. If the charity cannot be found or verified, it does not deserve your money. Also be aware that scam charity calls spike heavily after major natural disasters and during the holiday season. The callers monitor the news and pivot their scripts to match whatever disaster is currently generating public sympathy. If someone calls asking for donations to a relief effort you just saw on television, the timing is not a coincidence. The call was placed because of the broadcast. Real charities responding to a disaster are already publicly established and do not need to find you by phone. The charity scam exploits your generosity. Scam number 9 exploits something more basic, the simple act of checking your own account balance at a machine you use every single week. Number 9, the ATM card skimmer scam. You pull up to an ATM, insert your debit card, enter your PIN, and complete your transaction. Everything seems normal. You leave. What you did not notice is a thin device fitted over the card reader slot, a skimmer, that read and stored the data from your card's magnetic stripe the moment you inserted it. A tiny camera or a false keypad overlay above the PIN pad captured your 4-digit PIN at the same time. The criminal who installed the device comes back later, retrieves it, and now has everything needed to clone your card and start spending your money. Gas station pumps are the single most targeted location for skimmers right now. The pumps are in low traffic areas, the card readers are checked infrequently, and installing a skimmer takes under 30 seconds with a basic tool. Before you insert your card anywhere, give the card reader a firm tug and a slight sideways pull. A real reader is bolted in place and will not move. A skimmer fitted over it will shift, feel loose, or come free entirely. At gas stations, also check whether the security seal on the pump cabinet door is intact. Most stations apply a tamper-evident sticker across the seam of the access panel. If that sticker is broken, torn, or peeled back, someone has opened that pump and you should use a different one or pay inside. The safest habit at any gas station is paying inside the cashier rather than at the pump. It takes an extra 2 minutes, completely removes the skimmer risk, and costs you nothing. At standalone ATMs in convenience stores and parking lots, especially at night, use extra caution, as these machines are checked far less frequently than those attached to bank branches and are significantly more likely to have been tampered with. The skimmer reads your card silently without a single interaction. Scam number 8 is the opposite. It is all interaction, and it is specifically designed to sound like the most helpful phone call you have received all week. Number 8, the Medicare and insurance benefits scam. The caller says they are from Medicare or your supplemental insurance provider. There is a new benefit available to you: a free medical alert device, a prescription drug discount card, upgraded vision coverage, dental benefits. All you need to do to claim it is verify your identity and confirm your debit card for a small processing fee or shipping charge. Usually it is under $10, which is deliberately low enough to feel inconsequential. You provide the card details. The small charge goes through. Then larger charges follow, weekly or monthly subscriptions you never agreed to, or a single large withdrawal days later once the scammer has confirmed the card is active and the account has a balance. Medicare does not call beneficiaries to offer new benefits and ask for payment card information. Medicare is free at point of service. There is no processing fee, no shipping charge, and no debit card required to access any Medicare benefit. If a caller claiming to be from Medicare asks for any payment information at all, the call is a scam. The small initial charge is a test, not the actual theft. Scammers run small charges first to confirm the card is valid and active before executing the larger transaction. A $10 charge that you barely notice is the setup for a $400 withdrawal you absolutely will notice. Report unauthorized charges to your bank immediately, even very small ones, because the small one is the warning that something larger is already planned. If this list is already prompting you to review your recent transactions, do that and subscribe before you close this tab. We publish breakdowns like this every week so you stay ahead of what is spreading right now. The Medicare scam uses a tiny charge to test your card before the real theft. Scam number 7 skips the testing entirely and goes straight for your full account balance, using a story so official sounding that even financially cautious people have been completely taken in. Number 7. The fake IRS tax debt scam. The caller says they are from the Internal Revenue Service. You have an outstanding tax debt that was not resolved from a prior year. A warrant has been issued for your arrest. However, you can avoid immediate legal consequences by resolving the balance today. They will accept payment by debit card, wire transfer, or gift card. The threat of arrest produces immediate, overwhelming panic. Rational thinking shuts down. Victims who would never hand their card number to a stranger on the street do exactly that in this scenario because the fear of law enforcement action overrides everything else. The IRS does not call people to threaten arrest over tax debts. The IRS communicates through official mail. If you genuinely owe taxes, the agency sends written notices with your account balance, options for payment plans, and contact information for official channels. A phone call threatening arrest with a same-day payment demand is not how the IRS operates under any circumstances. The debit card demand is specific to this scam because debit card payments move money immediately and, unlike credit cards, give you very limited recourse once the charge has processed. Gift cards are also commonly requested because the funds become untraceable the moment the card numbers are read over the phone. If you receive this call, hang up. Do not engage, do not argue, and do not try to explain that you know it is a scam while still on the line. Simply hang up. If you are genuinely concerned about your tax situation, call the IRS directly, which is the official taxpayer assistance line, and ask about your account status from there. The IRS scam uses the threat of arrest to shut down your thinking. Scam number 6 uses something gentler but just as effective: the simple promise of money you are owed, waiting to be claimed. Number 6. The unclaimed money and lottery scam. You receive a letter, an email, or a phone call informing you that you have unclaimed money waiting, a dormant account, an inheritance from a distant relative, a lottery prize, a government refund. The amount is specific and sounds plausible. To claim it, you need to pay a small release fee, a processing charge, or a tax on the winnings. They ask for your debit card details to cover it. Once you pay the fee, another fee appears, then another. Each payment unlocks a new requirement before the funds can be released. The promised payout never comes. The fees keep accumulating until you run out of money to send or the scammers decide you are no longer worth pursuing. This specific structure, pay a fee to receive a much larger sum, is formally called an advance fee fraud, and it is one of the oldest scam formats in existence. The principle has not changed in decades because it continues to work. The larger the promised payout, the more willing people are to pay the smaller upfront fee, and the more fees they will absorb before accepting that the payout was never real. Legitimate unclaimed funds do exist. Each state maintains a database of unclaimed property, and you can search your name for free through official government websites. You never need to pay a fee to claim legitimate unclaimed property. The state processes your claim at no cost. If anyone asks you to pay to receive money that is supposedly already yours, the money does not exist. Also be aware that the unclaimed relative inheritance version of this scam often includes forged legal documents, official-looking letters on law firm letterhead, estate documents with real-sounding names, and references to actual legal processes. The paperwork is convincing enough that people share it with family members who also conclude it looks real. If you receive documentation about an inheritance from a relative you did not know existed, verify the law firm independently through official state bar records before engaging with anyone involved in the process. A legitimate estate attorney will never pressure you for fees before confirming the inheritance is real. The unclaimed money scam promises you something and then charges you repeatedly to get it. Scam number 5 works the other way around. It gives you something first, then makes you pay to keep it. Number 5. The free trial subscription trap. You see an advertisement on social media, on a website, sometimes in a physical mailer, offering a free trial of a health supplement, a security monitoring service, a meal delivery kit, or a magazine. All you need to pay is a small shipping and handling fee, usually under $5. You provide your debit card number to cover it. You receive the item. Then 30 days later, a charge appears on your account for the full price of the product or service, often between $50 and $100, because buried in the fine print of the original offer was an automatic enrollment in a recurring subscription. Missing the cancellation window means another charge the following month and the month after that. Some of these operations are technically legal, but deliberately deceptive. Others are outright fraud. They charge the subscription fees and make it functionally impossible to cancel. Customer service numbers go to voicemail and are never returned. Online cancellation portals fail to process requests. Emails requesting cancellation receive no response. By the time you realize what is happening, multiple months of charges have already processed. Before entering your debit card number for any free trial offer, read the terms and conditions specifically for language about automatic enrollment, recurring billing, and cancellation deadlines. If the terms are not clearly visible or require significant effort to find, treat that as a deliberate choice by the company and decline. A trustworthy offer does not hide its billing terms. If you have already been enrolled in an unauthorized subscription, contact your bank and dispute the charges. Your bank can also issue a block on future charges from the same merchant. If the charges continue after a cancellation request, that is fraud, report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov and your state attorney general's Consumer Protection Office. If this is making you want to go check your recent bank statements for charges you do not recognize, do that right now. Then share this video with a senior in your family or your life, because a heads up before something happens is worth considerably more than support after it does. The free trial trap sneaks in through fine print. Scam number 4 does not bother with fine print at all. It just waits until you are in a moment of genuine medical stress and then offers to solve your problem for a price. Number 4. The medical equipment and prescription scam. You receive a call or a mailer from a company offering medical equipment, a back brace, compression socks, a knee support, a CPAP supply, at no cost to you because it is covered by Medicare. They just need your Medicare number and your debit card to cover any copay or processing fee. Sometimes the offer comes through a door-to-door salesperson who arrives at your home with official-looking credentials and brochures. In some versions, the equipment never arrives. In others, it arrives as a cheap, non-medical grade knockoff. In the most financially damaging version, the scammer bills Medicare for expensive equipment using your Medicare number while also charging your debit card for the supposed copay, double-dipping through insurance fraud and direct theft simultaneously. Medicare covers specific, durable medical equipment only when it is ordered by your doctor and provided by a Medicare-enrolled supplier. A company that contacts you, unsolicited, with an offer of free equipment is not operating through the legitimate Medicare supply chain, regardless of how official their materials appear. Your doctor initiates equipment through Medicare, not a cold caller. If you give your Medicare number to an unauthorized party, report it to the Medicare fraud hotline at 1-800-633-4227 as soon as possible. Medicare number fraud is taken seriously and investigated, and reporting it quickly limits the damage that can be done with your number before it is flagged. Also, call your bank immediately if you provided any debit card information and ask them to watch for unauthorized charges or issue you a replacement card with a new number. The medical equipment scam targets your health and your wallet at the same time. Scam number 3 targets something equally personal, your trust in the people closest to you. Number 3, the romance and companion scam. You meet someone online through a dating site, a social media platform, or sometimes through a direct message that arrives unexpectedly. They are warm, attentive, and interested in you specifically. The conversation is easy and the connection feels real. Over weeks or months, a genuine emotional bond develops. Then a crisis appears. They are traveling overseas and have been robbed. A family member is in the hospital. A business deal has stalled and they need a temporary loan. They are not asking you to give them money, they just need a bridge until they can access their own funds, which will be returned as soon as things are resolved. They ask you to send money through a wire transfer, a money order, or by loading a prepaid debit card and reading them the numbers. The person you have been talking to does not exist. The profile and photos belong to someone else, taken without that person's knowledge. The crisis is invented. The entire relationship was constructed over weeks or months for the sole purpose of reaching this moment. The money you send will not be returned because there is no real person on the other end to return it. This scam produces some of the largest average losses of any fraud targeting seniors, partly because of the financial amounts involved and partly because victims frequently do not report it. The shame of having been deceived in an intimate context keeps people silent. But the people running these operations are professionals working from scripts in organized facilities. Falling for a carefully constructed emotional manipulation is not a personal failing. It is a predictable human response to deliberate psychological technique. The most reliable defense is one rule: never send money to someone you have not met in person, regardless of how long you have been talking and how genuine the connection feels. A real person who cares about you will not place their financial needs above your financial security. If an online contact asks you for money in any form, that is the end of the interaction. Drop a comment below and tell us which scam on this list surprised you most. We read every single one and use them to decide what to cover next. And if this video is useful, please share it. It could be the warning that changes things for someone you care about. The romance scam builds a relationship before it takes your money. Scam number 2 takes your money without any relationship at all, just a phone call, a story, and 30 seconds of panic. Number 2, the grandchild in trouble. Scam. Your phone rings and the voice on the other end sounds exactly like your grandchild. They are in serious trouble, a car accident, an arrest, a medical emergency in another city. They are scared, they are embarrassed, and they specifically ask you not to tell their parents. A second person gets on the line, a lawyer, a bail bondsman, a police officer. To get your grandchild home safely today, money needs to move immediately. The caller asks you to withdraw cash from your bank account using your debit card and either hand it to a courier they are sending to your home or load it onto a prepaid card and read them the numbers. The transaction needs to happen right now because the situation is time sensitive. Some versions of this scam now use artificial intelligence to clone the actual voice of your grandchild. The technology requires only a few seconds of audio, enough for a short video posted on social media, to generate a convincing imitation. You are not imagining that it sounds like them. It is built from them. The emotional response this produces is immediate and extremely difficult to override. Before you do anything, hang up and call your grandchild directly using their real phone number, the one already saved in your contacts, not any number provided by the caller. If they answer and have no idea what you are talking about, you have confirmed it was a scam. If they do not answer, call another family member who would know where they are. Establish a family code word now, in a calm moment, before anything like this ever happens. Choose a specific phrase that only your immediate family knows. If any call involves a family member in apparent distress, ask for the code word. A real family member will produce it instantly. A cloned voice or a scammer cannot. The grandchild scam overwhelms you with fear for someone you love. The number 1 scam on this list is quieter and slower, It works through your bank's own systems, using your real account information without a single dramatic phone call. Most victims have no idea it happened until they sit down to pay a bill and the number on the screen does not make sense. Number 1. The debit card account takeover scam. This is the scam that financial fraud investigators currently describe as the highest volume, fastest growing threat targeting seniors with debit cards. It does not require a dramatic phone call, a fake emergency, or a long-term relationship. It requires one piece of information, often obtained from a data breach or a phishing email, and it moves quickly once it has it. Here is how the sequence unfolds. A scammer obtains your debit card number, either from a physical skimmer, a fake website you entered it on, or a leaked database. They do not yet have your PIN, but they do not need it for online purchases. They begin making small test transactions, $1 to $3 at online merchants that do not require a billing address verification to confirm the card is active. These charges are easy to miss on a statement. Once confirmed, larger purchases follow. Or the scammer uses your card details to register the card on a mobile payment platform like Apple Pay or Google Pay, which then allows them to make contactless payments in physical stores using a device you have never touched. Some versions involve the scammer calling your bank, impersonating you using personal information purchased from data brokers, and requesting a card replacement sent to a new address, at which point they receive a physical copy of your card and can use it anywhere. The seniors most vulnerable to this scam are those who check their bank statements infrequently, once a month or less. The scam relies on that gap. Small charges go unnoticed. By the time a larger withdrawal raises an alarm, the card has been active in the scammer's hands for weeks. The most effective defense is a habit that costs nothing. Enable real-time transaction alerts through your bank's mobile app or website. Every time your debit card is charged, you receive a notification on your phone with the amount and the merchant. A charge you did not make is immediately visible and can be disputed before additional transactions compound the damage. Also, contact your bank and ask about the following specific protections. First, ask whether they can set a daily spending limit on your debit card that requires a separate verification step to override. Second, ask whether international transactions can be blocked unless you notify the bank in advance. Third, ask about adding a verbal password to your account so that no card replacement can be processed without that word being provided. Each of these features adds a layer of friction that makes your card significantly harder to exploit. If you believe your card has already been compromised, call the number on the back of the card immediately and ask for a replacement with a new card number. Do not wait to see if more charges appear. The replacement is free, it takes a few days, and it cuts off access to the old card number entirely. Every hour you wait is an hour the existing number can continue to be used. Finally, review your last 60 days of transactions right now if you have not done so recently. Look specifically for small charges from merchants you do not recognize, charges from dates when you know your card stayed in your wallet, and any recurring charge you did not set up yourself. Report anything suspicious to your bank immediately. Banks are required to investigate disputed debit card transactions and, in most cases, will credit your account while the investigation is underway. 10 scams. A fake charity that knows your name, a skimmer on the pump you use every week, a Medicare call that tests your card with a small charge before taking a large one, an IRS threat designed to produce instant panic, a prize that requires endless fees to collect, a free trial that enrolls you in a subscription you never wanted, a medical equipment offer that bills your insurance and your bank at the same time, a romance that was never real, a grandchild's voice that was built from stolen audio, and a card takeover that runs quietly in the background while you go about your day. Enable your transaction alerts. Call your bank about a verbal password. Check your statements every week, not every month. Click the video on your left. It covers more financial scams targeting seniors spreading right now that you need to know about before they reach you. I'll see you there.